I'm a daughter and a sister, hopefully someday a mom and an aunt. I live in Elkhart, Indiana, and I am a 3-time survivor of colon cancer.
I enjoy reading. I enjoy being a breast cancer advocate. That's what actually put me in this position. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in the year 2005, stage 4 inflammatory breast cancer.
In 2002, I was diagnosed with early stage breast cancer. It was stage 2. It was confined to my right breast, and I went through lumpectomy, chemotherapy, radiation.
I was first diagnosed with cancer in 2010 in August with stage 1 breast cancer. My initial reaction was I was probably not surprised because of my family history, but was hoping that that wouldn't happen.
I was diagnosed with cancer in January in 2007 at the age of 35. I was diagnosed with DCIS, stage 1 breast cancer. I was just shocked and just was in disbelief. I had no family history of breast cancer.
I didn't know that there was a breast cancer that didn't have a lump and often doesn't show on a mammogram.
I had a year remission, did all my follow-ups, took the medicines I was supposed to, took care of everything that I thought I was doing right, and then in June of 2011, it had come back in my liver in 2 places that we knew of, and had also come back in my colon at stage 4.
And that's when she looked at me and was like, you know, I think this is a recurrence. We did some scans and found out that it was indeed stage 4. I had a spot on my liver and some distant lymph nodes in my chest. So I was put on a chemo regimen, and I had the lump removed.
Dr. Gupta said if we could get these down to a small number and a reasonable size. I have a guy over at St. Vincent over in Indianapolis that's doing this treatment called Y90, the SIR spheres, and I think that you will be a good candidate for that. And so this past fall, I was able to get 2 of those treatments, and it was great. And when we saw the scan after that, my liver just looked almost normal.
I did all the treatments that you possibly can do. I've been doing that for 8.5 years now. When I first got diagnosed, they throw that C-word cancer at you, and it's pretty scary. Then they throw the C-word chemotherapy at you, and it's even more scary. But I did chemo, I did surgery. After I heard this doctor, I kind of got really upset and mad, and I wanted to prove her wrong. And I had read a book when I was first going through cancer called Love, Medicine, and Miracles by Bernie Siegel, and I remember him saying that the worst thing a doctor can do is give a death sentence. So being a writer and working in healthcare, I thought, well, why don't I find other people who had beaten the odds of a stage 4 cancer. So I started seeking different people and interviewing them, and I came up with a book, From Incurable to Incredible, Cancer Survivors Who Beat the Odds. And I found that group, just listening to their stories, was a great sense of support and hope for me. I have never been one to just sit back and dwell on it. I have not let the cancer be center stage in our life. Once I received that diagnosis, that was, you know, our new normal.
I think you need to remain positive. I think you need to not allow fear to enter your mind. I think you should not allow yourself to see yourself in the grave, because that's not necessarily what may happen.
Have a good support system. Don't be afraid to ask questions and say, I need help. I can't do this on my own. God would not have put it in your hands if you're supposed to do it on your own. He puts people around you to help. I've had 11 brain tumors from breast cancer, but I'm still on the right side of the grass, and I buy 2-year calendars. Breast cancer did change a lot of things for me, but it made me realize that it's wonderful to wake up every day.
The main thing that I would like to add is to just stay positive and keep hope, and never let go of that. Don't let fear enter in, because there is hope.
I say yes to hope, and you can too.
Say yes to hope.
Say yes to hope.
Yes to hope.
Say yes to hope.